Shana Tova, Ken.
Oh, George. Gemar Tov, how was Yontev?
Thank God, Baruch Hashem, all great. Had a lot of nice time with my family, so I'm very grateful. Thank you for asking.
Beautiful.
How about yours?
Well, we didn't have Rabbi Krauss in Shul, but we have a new rabbi, and all good.
That's great.
All good. Now it's good to be on a diet for the day.
I like the attitude. Love the attitude.
Yep.
You know, when I was working, what I would do is I got the permission so you could drink just a little bit of plain water, less than a kazayat throughout the day. That made it much more tolerable to do.
Listen,
But
if
so
I could
much
get a
that
heter to have a shot of espresso, I'd be good for 2 days.
Oh, then we could do 2 days.
Exactly.
2 days. 2 days. You know, the learning so late in the afternoon, Erev Shabbos is hard for me. That I'm not
Yeah.
That's challenging.
It's true. Well, just break out the tequila and
Yep.
get ready early.
Yep.
Are you on call over Yontev?
No, Baruch Hashem, I get to choose when I cover and when, so I make it so that it works my pace. Thank God.
You work the Gayesh holidays?
I used to in the old days, not anymore.
Probably
I
busy then, I would imagine.
Yeah, very tough.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was in a group and there was only one guy who wasn't Jewish, so it was very difficult. So, but this is much, much better since I close that and just teach and work with the hospital. Then I pick when I'm going to cover, and I just make sure that it's not around the Yom Tovim and just make it so that I can control that much better.
Good.
So makes it easier. We had the cleaning lady here today, and she moved my camera, so it makes it a little challenging.
Yeah, yeah. What shul do you daven in? You're at Chabad?
I'm usually at I'm a complex mixture. During the week, I'm at Young Israel North Beverly Hills. That's where I normally go. Tonight, I don't know that I'm going to be able to make it for a second part, but that's where I'm normally during the week. But for Shabbos and Yontif, I go here to the Pink Hotel, Beverly, where
Yeah,
Rabbi
they have a
Yossi
Chabad
Kunin.
minion there, right?
Yeah, we have with Yossi, yeah. And I've been there
That's
for
so
many,
nice.
many years. It is. It's very nice. It works.
How come they do? Do they rent space in the hotel?
Yes, they have some sort of a deal with the hotel.
Do people come specifically to stay in the hotel for Shabbos?
Not so much for Shabbos, but definitely for Yamim Noraim. There's no question that a lot of people come and stay.
Yeah.
Specifically. So it makes that
That's interesting.
better. You know, the other thing is that he had to split so that when we first started, there was one integrated minyan for, it was Nusach Ari, but for all the Sephardim and everything. And he had to do away with that because they would come in and, especially Rosh Hashanah, they would want to have their phones out so that somebody else could hear the shofar over the phone. And
that's really funny.
So now they have this split minyan, and I mean, sometimes, this time because the first day was Shabbos, there was no shofar. It didn't work as well, but he can have 600, 700, 800 people downstairs.
Oh my gosh!
That's how many people live in the community that come once or twice a year, and that's it. The other time that gets really crazy volume is Nila.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that all Persians?
Persian.
So they come on the Yamim Noraim. That's interesting.
Yep. Very.
Well, I hope he sells Aliyahs and makes a lot of money.
Yep. You know what? He tries to cover people because what he's trying to do is make it so that people get invited without having to pay too much so that he can motivate more people to come.
Does he make the sudas at the hotel?
No, typically he wants to do it at his house, which is about a block and a half from the hotel. And the reason is that it makes it,
it's more
easier for him. And now he actually made the back area in the house up to code, so he can formally have it as a shul. So it works out great.
Good to hear.
Yeah.
Well, it's became a big kahila.
I think
do they have a minyan during the week?
Yeah, he does.
Wow.
Yeah, he's now having a minyan during the week. Usually it's about 8:30, so it's way too late for me to go for that.
No, we started davening today at 5:30.
Yep. We used to daven earlier. Now we start like around 10 minutes to 7. So it makes it easy for everybody.
Yep.
Anyway.
Let's see where Ernie is here. Hold on. Give him a bug. I thought he was getting on early.
He sold us and then he left us. Yeah.
Are we starting?
What do you do regularly, Kenny?
Oh, I work. I manage an income portfolio, mostly bonds, sometimes stocks. Depends on the year, but I invest for people.
That's great.
I work in Century City.
That's great.
Yeah, so I mean, if I need to, I can be done at 1 o'clock pretty easily. So this is
Oh, that's
easy.
great.
Yep.
So you've always been able to control your time and see how you want to do it and things like that.
Yeah, I could never work for someone. Just
You know
wasn't.
what? I think that's one of the things that is the most challenging as I teach new physicians. It's a very different world.
Yeah. So even when I'm having a bad day or a bad year or whatever it is, I'm always like, at least it's my own doing and it's my own schedule.
The other thing that I think is a big factor is, when I wanted to spend time with my kids, I could, because it was my time to maneuver or manipulate. That's the biggest thing.
Yep.
Somebody's sleepy.
I am sleepy. I could go right to sleep. When you get up at 5 to be at shul at 5:30, it's exhausting.
It is.
Come here, Moose. You have any of your kids nearby?
Yeah, both my daughter and my son. So it makes it very comfortable, very nice.
Oh, that's nice.
And so, yeah, it makes it very, very, particularly now with Yantiv, they just move in and we're all together. So it's great. That's such a gift. So
Yeah. Do you know Mario's brother-in-law, Icho?
no.
He's also Latino.
Oh,
Uruguay.
Uruguayo.
Yeah,
Last week we
he's
had
here for all of Yontif.
we had a person who was from Chile who was here visiting. It was very, very nice.
Yeah, there's a lot going on in Chile now.
Yeah. All of those countries, though, the political process is such a topsy-turvy system.
Yeah.
Even though now, I don't know, I think we're also topsy-turvy too.
Yeah, the whole world is topsy-turvy. Netanyahu was here in LA today.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
He was in the Bay Area. Excuse me. He had a meeting an interview, a dual interview. He interviewed and was interviewed by Elon Musk. They talked about anti-Semitism. They talked about AI, investment in Israel, tech.
He's one of the most complex human beings.
Elon, I just bought the book. It just arrived today. Walter
I have it
Isaacson.
too, and I'm going to read it. You know,
What book is that? What book is that?
It's a book on
Elon
on
Musk,
him.
The biography by Walter Isaacson just arrived today.
Oh, of who? Of who?
Elon Musk.
Oh, it came out
Do
already.
you know Netanyahu was in San Jose this morning? He was interviewed by Elon Musk on Twitter.
Wow, cool. In Hebrew or in English?
English. It was about anti-Semitism. You know, there's all these rumors out there
Oh,
that
nonsense.
I know. My
The ADL is not.
My mother-in-law
ADL
calls me, sell all my Tesla stock.
The ADL is not a Jewish organization anymore. Unfortunately,
I think it's anti-Jewish.
it's gone. Yeah, it's gone all the way to the woke side. Unfortunately.
And then they spoke about the judicial reform. So it was a kind of an interview. They interviewed each other, and they spoke about AI and you know, Netanyahu was there because he's trying to get Musk to invest in Israel.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
It looks like Tesla's next factory is going to happen in Saudi Arabia.
Oh, interesting. I saw something in the paper at Saudi Arabia and Israel. Now there's a problem because they think Netanyahu's too right wing. Who knows? I can't read the paper anymore. It's too upsetting.
Yeah, I wouldn't read any of that. I wouldn't believe any of it either.
That's right.
Even the sports section's wrong. Yeah, the LA Times. The LA Times. I get it only on the weekend. There's no scores. It's the most ridiculous sports section ever. It's just big football players. It's
I can't look at the LA Times. I'm sorry.
I only got it so I could see the scores for Friday night's game. And now they stopped putting the scores, so I have no use for the paper. Even the weather is wrong.
You out in the desert?
Yeah. I'm putting my sukkah up.
How's the weather out there?
It's hot. It's 95.
That's not bad.
That's not bad. Not bad. It
got nice here. It's not so sticky anymore. It's not as humid.
It's dry. It's dry.
It's a dry. No, it's actually very nice. It's I'm gonna put the sukkah up tonight. Yeah, it cooled off a lot.
Yep.
Oh yeah, it's 91.
That's not bad.
No, not bad. Yeah, the humidity is 31%.
So high or low?
Well, in LA, the humidity is 61%.
Oof, terrible.
Yeah, it's half the humidity. Yeah.
Let's see, it's 73 here. What's your air quality? Our air quality is 52, which is moderate.
What do you see? 52 air quality. 57.
Oh, same. And what's your visibility? Ours is 17 miles.
Oh, it's a windy. Actually, it's very windy. It's visibility 28 miles.
Yeah, that's nice. It's clear.
Yeah, but it's still a little hazy. There was wind coming in when you come into the desert.
It's going to be cool all week till the weekend. Then it warms up till 78.
It was very good on Rosh Hashanah. I was very happy with the weather.
Yeah.
Yom Kippur is going to be 91.
No way. Oh, never fails.
Yom Kippur.
Hashem always wants to cook us.
Then you can have air conditioning wars.
Wow. It's going to be nice in Cleveland. It's going to be 75 on Monday.
Oh, snowing?
Not snowing, no.
I know, snow starts in October there.
Yes, yeah, because no, soon it's going to snow. I remember it snowed. We're in the sukkah. It snowed in the sukkah. It's crazy.
When in Where
In
you live?
Pittsburgh. Yeah, in Pittsburgh. Yeah, we were in the sukkah. We're with the overcoats and it's snowing outside. This is crazy. The chicken soup was like the steam was coming. I felt like I was in the Altaheim.
Yeah, Poland.
Didn't Ernie say he's on?
No, he's not.
Oh, he's not.
Hello.
I sent a message to Alan and he said this morning, no way, I'm watching a game, whatever game it was.
There's 2 football games on now. It's very tough. Very tough choice. It's rare Monday night to have 2 games. It's once in a yovel it happens.
They must be the other one.
It must be yovel.
Let's see.
Did you notice there are very few people in shul by us?
Yep.
Yeah. Hello? Yeah.
I was just speaking with George. Do you know how many people daven Rosh Hashanah at the Beverly Hills Hotel?
Say it again.
George.
Yeah, we were talking that.
Tell Harold, how many people
Hold
were
on
at
a
the Beverly Hills
second.
Hotel
Hold
on the
hold
2
on.
minyanim?
Yeah, how many people were at the?
Oh, he can get downstairs. He gets over 500 people. But remember, these are people that come and they're there for an hour, hour and a half,
Yeah,
so they can listen to the shofar and then be gone.
yeah. Does the
And they
Sultan
show up.
come?
Their minhag is that there's only one day Rosh Hashanah.
Oh, one day
So,
Rosh Hashanah.
One day Rosh Hashanah.
Pick a
Did
day.
they know to come on the right day? Did they know to
Yes,
come
they
on
do,
Sunday, not
because they know
Shabbos?
that Shabbat, that there's somebody usually in the family that's from, so they know that Shabbos there's no shofar. So Shabbos they get fewer people whereas on Sunday, because there is shofar, there's more of them to come.
How many are on a Shabbos there?
On a Shabbos, remember the stew, because we have the hotel where we probably all together are including women, will be about 60.
It's very nice.
Yeah, 50 to 60. And then at the house, you'll have another 50 or 60.
That's 2 different minyanim?
Yeah, because one is Nusach Ari, a little bit of Ashkenaz, whereas the one at the house is Nusach Sephard.
Oh, wow. Interesting.
Yeah, because there's a lot of them daven Nusach Sephard.
They do such amazing work. I'm telling you, it's crazy what they do.
Yep.
Nobody else. They don't judge anybody. Everybody's welcome. It's the best.
Yep. The other thing is that he makes it so that it's accessible. He doesn't go crazy charging, and he works at trying to get donations to help him sponsor it and do it. You know what? The other thing that they're doing now, they've created these after-school programs for teaching young kids that have no exposure to Yiddishkeit.
Yeah, they're taking over from the Reform and the conservative shuls that are all going under. And that here people, they're not affiliated anyway, so why should they pay membership? And they can take their kid and have a bar mitzvah lesson.
Yeah, they have that in the desert too. The Chabad here is amazing. The program, the after-school program, very successful.
The 2 factors, what you started by saying that they're non-judgmental, number 1. But number 2, I think that the biggest thing is that they approach it from a completely different perspective in terms of teaching the kids. They make it fun. They really try to make it fun for them. So the kids actually
they don't give patch.
They don't get patched.
No,
they
the
don't get
difference
put
is
in the
when you go
corner.
to-
There's
when you
nobody
go
there
to
to yell and scream. I'm writing something for my family about my experiences when I was growing up in Guatemala.
Yeah.
And I remember when I was like 6 years old, 5, 6 years old, and I was in school, and I was not an easy child, so I could get pretty loud. So we were running around, and the people back in the day had no problem picking you up by your ear and bringing you inside to your parents and say, "Hey, what's going on?"
Of course, yeah, of course.
Those days are definitely long gone.
Yeah, long gone.
Yeah. So, but Ernie's is missing in action.
Yeah, it's already after 5.
He told us before 5. Now it's after 5.
Here, I'll text him.
Okay.
What?
Oh, here he is. Here he is. Good job, Kenny. Excellent job.
Then
Hi,
there's nothing.
everybody.
Hey, Doc.
Okay. Hi. Hope everybody's having an easy fast. Okay,
Yeah,
36, Lamed Vav. Abaya Amar Hainu Tami the Isi that we said that there's an Isser to shave your head to make yourself bald. And this doesn't apply to women. Why? The Gomar Korcha Korcha b'nei Aaron. It says in Vayikra Chafalef, Lo Yikrechu Korcha b'rosham. They shouldn't shave their head. This is by the Kohanim. Malahala Noshim Pturos, because it says B'nei Aaron, only the males. So Afkan, by regular Jews, also Noshim Pturos. If you were going to say that the B'nai Aaron goes on everything, and the Torah shouldn't have said anything, and we would have learned the Kavachomer. Kohanim have much more mitzvahs than regular Jews. There's people they can't marry. There's people that so B'nai Aaron, and yet B'nai Aaron v'lo b'nos and Yisrael kol shekain. Yisrael certainly that have fewer mitzvahs, the women would be potter. So the Gemara is trying to argue maybe we don't need the Gzeir Shava. The Gemara says no. You need the Gzeir Shava. You love Gzeir Shava v'mina hifsik ha'inyan. That in a chanami, that as when it says by Emor Ela Kohani B'nei Aaron and it's talking about Tumah, and then it goes on to the other things. Maybe the other things that the women are a part of. Ashtanami name a hifsikein. If imishum gzer shava, the gzer shava is not available. Argues the Gemara now to learn that because it's needed for something else. It says lo yikruchu korcha b'rosham. Yachol afil kerech arba v'chamish korchos lo yichai v'la'achas. If you made 5 different shaving strips, I might think you'd only be chayiv 1. You get a special punishment for each one. Then barosha matamud lomar. Why does it say barosha? If each number losis got to do don't wound yourself with a gash when you hear about a mace. I might think that would only apply between the eyes. Anywhere on the head. The chiyuv is anywhere on the head, like the between the eyes. This doesn't just apply to Kohanim, who in general have more mitzvahs. Yisrael minolam. How do we know that this law applies to regular Jews? It says, by regular Jew, and it says by Kohanim, lo yikrechu korcha b'rosham. We said that if for every strip you're chayiv a different law, and anywhere on your head is the place of the chiyuv. Even by regular Jews, you get a special law for each one, and it's chayiv for the head as well. It's the law is to do it in response to the death of a mace. So the Gemara says how do I need the Gzer Shava for this halacha. Im kei nichtov kra kereach, my korcha shmamino tarti. From the Torah could have used the word kereach. It used the word korcha instead. I can learn both limud. Rava Amar Hainu Tamid Isi. You know why Isi says women are potter? The Yolav Bein Einechem Mitfilin. It says Ukshartam Laos Bein Einechem by Tfilin. And Mala Hala Nashim Pturos. We learned women are potter from Tfilin. Afkan, here by the Lavim of Korcha, also Nashim Pturos. Rava my time in Lamar Kabaya. Because Kereach Korcha Lo Mashma, he doesn't see the reason to learn two limudim from the fact that the Torah wrote Korcha instead of Kereach. So Abaya by time in Lamar Kabaya, why doesn't Abaya learn like Rava from Tfilin? He says Tfilin is learned bichlal from the same Zer Shava. Malahal, where do you put Tfilin Shel Rosh? Malahal Makam Shosim Korcha. It's the place that if you shave, you get an Aveira, the Govish Shel Rosh on the top of your head. Avkan Makam Anoch Begover Rosh. Ubein Labai Vein LaRava Habani Matem Aidarshibe. Comes out, initially, we were going to learn that women are potter because it started off by saying banimatem, velo banosatem. But now we don't need banimatem because we have the gzer shava. So what do I do with banimatem? I'm a boy lilachadetanya. Banimatem lashem lokechem. Bizman shatem noagim minag banimatem kuri bani. When Jewish people conduct themselves like they're supposed to, they're called banim. Einatem noagim min banim, einatem kurim banim. When Klal Yisrael does not act appropriately, they're not called banim. They're Rabbi Yehuda. Rav Meir Amar ben kachu ben kachatem kurim. According to Rav Meir, we never lose our designation as banim. Shneamar banim schalim heim. Even though the children are foolish, they're still banim. The oimer banim lo emun ba. They are banim even though they have no emunah. The omer zera mereim banim ashchisim. Even if they worship avodah zarah, they're called banim. The oimer vayab b'makom asher yamer lehem lo amiatem. There'll come a time. Mario.
You can't hear you. It's not by the sea. I'll call him.
Funny calling. Mario, you've got to mute it.
I can't hear you.
Mario, you have to mute your Mario.
Poor Mario.
Thank you.
Okay.
Vayab b'makom asher yomer lehem lo amiatem, yomar lehem b'ni kelchai. So what is this? My va'omer. What do I need all these psukim? When the children are foolish, Hashem will call them bani. But kiles buhuem nesayu, when they lose emun on Hashem, maybe lo mikru bani. Toshma va'omer banim lo emun ba. They'll still bani. Fine. Maybe they're banim when they have no amun on Hashem, but ki palchul avodah zarah lo mikru banim. But maybe when they mamish worship avodah zarah, they lose their status of banim. So we need the other pasuk Toshma v'omer zera mereim banim mashchitim. Whenever it says hashchasa, it's a remes to avodah zarah. Pen tashchisun v'asisem pesel tmunas kol. Chitem banim mashchisim u'du mikri bani. Ma'ayu lo mikri. Maybe they're called bani, but they're not called nice bani. Toshma v'omer Haya b'makom asher yomar lehem lo ami atem, yomar lehem b'nei kel chai. They'll be called b'nei kel chai. Means it's not just banim, but praiseworthy bun. Okay, so we're on the Mishnah, Lamed Vav, Amid Aleph, near the bottom. Now, smichas, the law that you have to lean with two hands on the korban does not apply to women. Tenufos, there's certain korbanos that you have to wave, like we wave a lulav. The hahagashas, the mincha has to be brought close to one of the corners of the mizbeach. The akmitza, performing kmitza on a mincha. The haktoris, or offering the ktoris. The malikos, killing the bird through malika. The hakabola, receiving the blood after you shecht. Vazos, sprinkling the blood. No hagim banoshim v'lo banoshim. These activities only apply to men, not to women. Chutz, misota, mimincha sota, unazira shemanifos. The mincha that a sota woman has to bring. And the mincha that if a woman becomes a nazir, that she has to wave, those she has to do. Smichos. How do you know that they're not in the parsha of Smicha? T'chsi daber b'nei Yisrael. It says b'nei Yisrael v'lo b'nos Yisrael. Then it says v'somach. They shall lean. So b'nei Yisrael soimchim ve'b'nos Yisrael soimchos. T'nufos daber b'nei Yisrael v'henif. B'nei Yisrael menifim ve'b'nos Yisrael menifos. Only the males. Hagashos tichsiv, v'zos taras hamincha, hakrev osa b'nei Aaron v'lo b'nos Aaron. Kmitzos tichsiv eviyah el b'nei Aaron, v'komatz b'nei Aaron v'lo b'nos Aaron. Haktoros tichsiv v'hiktiru oso b'nei Aaron. That the ktoros has to be burnt only by the males. B'nei Aaron v'lo b'nos Aaron. Hamlikos, tichsiv umolak, v'hiktir. So there's a hekesh between haktar and malika. Madoch by haktar we learn only males, so by malika is only males. Hakabolis tichsiv v'ikruv b'nei Aaron. The Omar Mar v'ikrivu zu kabolis adam. When you shecht an animal and you put a bowl underneath its neck to receive the blood, that's called Kabbalah Sodom. That can only be done by a male, not by a female. Vazos, sprinkling. Now, what kind of sprinkling are we talking about? Hazadehecha, the para, are we talking about paraduma? Says Elazar Ksuva. Only the Kohen Gadol or the Skan Kohen can do the avoid of the paraduma. So certainly women couldn't do it. Idifnim, if we're talking about sprinkling on Yom Kippur, Kodesh Kadoshim, it says HaKohen HaMashiach Kosuva, it says the Kohen Gadol. El Azod ben Oth. We're talking about sprinkling the blood of a chatas ha'oif or an oilus ha'oif, or the azov of a chatas ha'oif. The aser b'kavachomer mi ben son, uma ben son shelo kavala kohen l'shchitaso. A sheep can be shechted by a non-kohen. Kavala kohen lazaso. Only a male kohen can do the sprinkling because it says v'zarku they are not kohenim as damo. So benov shekavala kohenim l'kaso. Malika cannot be done by a non-kohen. Certainly only a male Kohen could do the Azara of a Chatasa. Chutz, mimincha sota unazira. Amar Rabbi Lezer Rabbi Yeshua the Dare. Lo teisiv hakarach, don't sit down. Ada armet lilai shmaitza. So you explain to me the sugya. Minay lemincha soita shteuna tnufa. How do I know that the mincha v'sota has to be weighed? Minolan begufa ksiv v'heini v'samincha. It says in the pasuk they have to waive it. Ella tnufa b'bailim minol. Whoever brings the korban and the bailim of a sota, of a minchas sota, is the woman. Because it says v'lokacha kohen miyada isha. So tnufa b'bailim minol. Asya yad mishlomim. We learn Gzeira Shava from the word hand. Ksiv hacha v'lakacha kohen miyada isha. The kohen takes from the hand of the woman. Ksiv hasam. It says by shlomim amakriv as zevach shlomav yadav tviyena lanifo so tnufa makan by a sota. The kohen is the one that does tnufa. Aflahalam kohen made. So by shlomim, they have to waive the korban as well. Now, malahalan over there by the shlomim, balim waive because it says yadav to Vienna, afkan bailim. So how does it work that both the kohanim and the bailim waive it? Haketza. Kohen machnos yado tachas yad bailim. The bailim hold it. The kohen puts their hand under the hands of the bailim and they wave it together. Ashkachan l'sota. Fine. You brought me a proof by minchas sota. Nazira minolan. How do we learn that a woman is mainif the minchas nazira? Asya kaf b'sota. It says by the naziris v'nosain al kapeha nazir. And by the sota, it says v'nosain al kapeha. So just like a sota, the woman can be mainif. By the naziris, she can also be mainif. We'll leave this Mishnah for tomorrow.
Shkoyach, Ernie.
Okay.